Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. Let's see, today is Tuesday the 30th, about 11 o'clock. In a little while, I think next weekend or the weekend after, this clock will actually be back on schedule. Anyway, it's about 55 degrees. Today is the day after the storm. Just quickly, you guys can see my battery's all nice and charged up here. See that? My battery charge is working perfectly. So, what are we up to? Well, I'm surveying the damages. You can see the cover off my wood pile there. It got thrown around. The wind wasn't strong enough to lift up my Cushman, obviously, so it's still here. My shed is uncovered. If you look at that far shed, I don't know how well you could see it, but the roof, part of the roof got ripped off. That shed, part of the roof got ripped off on that shed. And that got through. My hoop shed, you can see the tarp split like an overripe pumpkin there. The barn, that's not actually on my property, it's part of the land that surrounds my property, it collapsed quite a bit more. On the good side, look how clean my truck looks. I gotta tell you, driving rain is good at cleaning trucks up, and cleaned it up nicely. Didn't get much rain. I think there's about an inch in here, maybe, if you averaged across the entire truck. Call it an inch. I looked in the other truck before. Let's say we got about an inch of rain. Not huge. Not a lot of trees fell down. The leaves are basically off of everything here, so not much tree loss. But you guys don't look at this shed or this barn all the time, but if you did, you'd realize that it collapsed quite a lot more. So yeah, that's an old pole barn. They did a good job with the poles, but in the center, if they would have put a couple of center poles, that would have gone up, or at least set it up so that the center was better supported, it would have never collapsed. Basically, the ridge started to sag on that thing and then pushed down, and then it just, because of the openings on both sides, it kind of pushed the poles outward a little bit, and as it sagged more, it pushed them out more and more and more until finally the center collapsed in. And then, the poles went right back to where they should have been, but it was too late. The barn was collapsed. So they basically didn't tie it side to side as they should have, and they didn't support the center as they should have. Well, I was out here floating about. I wanted to make sure I had no water in the sheds, so I opened this one up. You guys haven't seen the inside of this one yet. This used to belong to a local business that delivered cakes. So those shelves here, these pressure treated shelves that have carpeting on them, you can see the carpeting. They were on both sides of the truck. This side too, I took them down. And they delivered cakes around the Hudson Valley. That's actually the back of the truck. Those are the back doors, and this was the front. There used to be a cooler here that I obviously took out. It's in the bushes. So what do we have in here? A couple of kitty quads up in the front. You can see the yellow one up against the wall, then the red one blocking it. Sears tractor. What is that? That's one of those weed whackers that you push. Motorcycle. Pressure washer, generator without a power head, and I got the power head down in the driveway. I should do a transfer. A motorcycle, MB5. This one was abandoned. They left it here. So when I bought the house, it was here. Oh man, there's my leaf shredder. I couldn't find that before, so I went out and bought another one. Is that pathetic or what? It's sitting right there. So anyway, my leaf shredder, and now I have two motors over there on the bottom behind the compressor. Those are tires for the tug. Tug should have dualies on it. I took the dualies off. Obviously some extra wood, plywood I hung up to keep from warping. So what should happen is all those eBay motors should get, I should empty this place out. Well, I should empty those shelves out and put my eBay motors along here. I actually wanted to turn this into somewhat of a workshop because it's a nice insulated shed, and I'm sure if I put any kind of heat in here it would warm up beautifully. Even just opening these doors and letting the sunshine in warms it up. By the way, I created this mess, so to speak, this doorway. I cut through the wall with a circular saw. When I hit that bad metal, it was kind of hard on the circular saw, but I cut through the wall with the circular saw, and then that's equal to a little less than a 2x4, so I cut down some of that stuff, seeing as the shed came with the reefer came with a bunch of it, so I cut down some of that. You can see I set up the whole header, made the doors. You know, this shed actually came out quite well. The box was delivered to the house. I think it cost me $450. You know, then the doors, I don't know, a sheet of plywood basically, so another $100. And I destroyed a saw blade. Horribly destroyed a saw blade cutting through it. Luckily I didn't destroy the saw, though it was one of those $10, you know, flea market specials, so it wouldn't have been a huge loss. Hang on a second. I gotta relock this. Not that there's anything valuable in here. I just, I don't like people going through my stuff. And if, you know, you lock it up. Locks basically keep an honest man honest. If somebody really wants in here, I'm sure this lock would be a small challenge to them. So, the storm isn't quite over yet, so there's not a lot I could do about that roofing over there and everything else. There's a couple of things I need to get done, so I need to run out for a little while. As a matter of fact, it's starting to rain a bit too. This gasoline really stinks like hell. I think that one container with the cracked top there is causing me all kinds of smells. For where I am in the Hudson Valley, upstate New York, a couple of hours out of New York City, we did not lose power. We did not lose internet. Flickered a couple of times, enough to cause everything to reset, but once again, did not lose power. So all these preps were for naught. I did not get water in the house. I didn't get water in the basement. I didn't get any water up here, as you could see, with only an inch of rain, and it fell over a period of time. I don't have trouble with that typically. So we got away with murder. For the people down in New York who got hammered, sorry about that. There have been times where you guys came through without a scratch, and we got hammered pretty bad upstate, so it's just a matter kind of where the chips fall. Hopefully nobody, you know, got hurt, though they said, I guess 17 people or so died because of this storm. Anyway, sorry about that. You know, when one's time comes, it comes. Anyway, folks, live, love, have a great time. We all don't know how long our run is. Remember, tires down, handlebars up.